For those who are maybe just tuning in, we met our monthly sub goal, 75 subs out of 75. We are able to do a ton of giveaways at the end of the Acer Team Strikeout broadcast. So what I'll be doing is just rewarding you guys. You'll use your partoofs to purchase tickets, and we'll talk about that more after. For now, though, this is possibly the last match of the day. Fingers are crossed it's not, though. mYinsanity on a 4-0 win streak, and Jakshi one game away from the all-kill. Spawning in the top left corner of the map on merry-go-round, the blue Terran player, Jakshi.
And in the top right, having a really close game versus Jakshi earlier, it is our red Zerg player, playing for Team Dignitas, it is TEFL.
It's a bit weird seeing someone named Gentle Giant threaten to kill somebody. Like, oh, you can trust me. Crush.
Yeah.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good day so far. We had some pretty fun matches, and again, not to beat the whole sub thing to death, we will make sure to bundle up all these replays from both of the Acer Team Strikeout matches and send them out to you guys today as well. Much love to all of you for tuning in. But of course, one last thing to talk about while we have the game open up. I was waiting to see if there's gonna be cheese.
Yeah.
Before we did, World of CD Keys, guys. They are 28, no. 23 math, whatever. Anyways, they're about 20-ish likes from Facebook away from giving us an awesome CD key to give away. So facebook.com/worldofcdkeys. Go like that page if you haven't at 450 or 4550. My brain's done at this point. They'll give us a CD key to give away, and it's not just one like random CD key for a game you won't like. It's a CD key you exchange for any game you do like. But looks like I don't know who's in here, but I guess. There we go, he gets out finally. I'm not sure what that was about. I guess maybe Real ID'd in off somebody.
Yes. Weird. There's another guy called Darkness as well. There's two of them. It's weird. I don't know.
Oh. Whatever.
Anyway,
the yeah, there's Reaper coming out, but we talked a little bit about this earlier, and I want to bring it up again. TEFL is a player who loves his Roach Hydra. Merry-Go-Round is a map that's fantastic for Roach Hydra. To see these two things combined, this is a very legitimate chance to stop Jakshi's all-kill, and not just some fake hype because we maybe want more games. Like, Jakshi does have to play this very carefully.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he was being kind of careful on Frost, and that game was still, like... I mean, that might as well have gone the other way. That was really close. So.
Well, I mean, Frost isn't the best Roach Hydra map to begin with, anyways. Like, it's not the worst by any means, but this is a map that a large part of why this plays in very nicely, guys, is combination of rush distances from base to base, but also the terrain you can use. It's not just one big flat open engagement area. I mean, technically, I guess somewhat it is, but there's multiple paths around to get in from multiple angles that you're never gonna have that one perfect siege line or Marines on hold position that will stop all Roaches and Hydras dead in their tracks. And TEFL, being guilty of being TEFL, is someone who does not like to make Zerglings early on versus Reapers. He'll go for build cancels a lot of the time. He'll just use the Queens to chase this off, and he's taken a little more harass than I think than he wanted to.
Yeah, 2 spores and that extractor, yeah, that's quite a lot. And actually, this is...
I hope he cancels. I hope he remembers to cancel. No, he's
chasing the Reaper. He's not... Oh, he did get the second spore.
Okay, well, he kills the Reaper. That's good.
Yeah.
But he also let a spore call complete, so that's not so good.
Yeah, it's pretty even there, I guess, trade-off, but...
Another drone gonna go down?
At least he cancelled the second spore. It would have been disastrous if he didn't.
Right, so I mean, to assess this really objectively, guys, down to the basics, TEFL's a player who doesn't like going for early lings against anything, whether it's Reapers or Hellions. I mean, I've joked before, this is a guy who can make Stardust look like a bronze player, but somehow will lose out to early Hellion pressure, lose out to Reaper pressure a lot of the time. And Jakshi's kind of just abusing that fact to get out a couple more kills there. Now, granted, this isn't devastating end of the world damage, but, you know, I'm sure, Grandmaster Zerg player yourself, how often do you ever see people not make those first 4 to 6 lings?
Yeah, it's very common indeed. But I mean, TEFL did go for the 5th impulse opener with the fast queens. I guess he thought he was gonna be okay, but normally, yeah, you wouldn't get, even if you're going 5th impulse, normally you see at least 2 or 4 Zerglings. I mean, 2 not really much of a threat, so maybe 4 Zerglings would have been good because he wouldn't have had to make so many sport crawlers everywhere, and it took a lot of attention for him to to deal with those Reapers. It's a big pest for him. So. I was also looking here because he made a really quick Roach run, so I was thinking he was gonna go for a really quick Roach all in or something, but he did go for the lair and additional gases. So.
Well, I mean, again, this is just kind of one of those things you expect, though. Like, there's Hellions coming your way, surprise, get a couple roaches. Now this queen is going to go down, and this really kind of sucks, but at the same time, you know, they haven't died for the mineral line. They're busy focusing on the queen. As these queens start going down, the roaches start spawning, and these drones won't get fried alive. And if we're going to be honest, losing a queen's kind of better than losing 20 drones.
Yeah, and that was kind of fortunate for TefL as well there, because he barely got the inject off before the queen died, like just barely, so that was really good for him. But
rough start, one roach, here comes more. But this is what I was talking about, like JJajki's really playing to the player, not so much the map and not so much the matchup. Again, just abusing TefL's little weak spots.
Yeah, he's putting so much pressure on TefL. He's only got 9 workers right now, mining minerals in his national, and he's supply blocked. Overlord's on the way, but oh, this is just kind of...
At least he's got a spore crawler.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of TefL, guys. Just again, usually that's canceled. And oh my God, how did that hell you get that blast off before going down? 13 workers dead at this point.
Oh,
and Scumbag Queen could have shot that Hellion and killed him. Why is he
move now?
Kill the Hellion! Oh my God! One hit. Okay, there we go. Sorry.
Alright, there. There's a lot of roaches on the way now, but there's 3 marauders and more bunkers coming down, and we got a 3rd CC finish. Even siege tank is gonna be out in time for this, so TefL is just looking in really bad shape right now.
I just feel like if this was like 3 more roaches, this would be deadly. But it's just like barely too shy of being like a formidable force.
4 marauders as well. JJajki just knows that, you know, that, I mean, he did see the roach run after all, but you know, he knows who he's up against, so he's gonna be making those marauders to hold off, and TefL is just really behind right now. Throwing down the 3rd, but we're gonna see a Hydrodan or something, because TefL is working on 4 gases right now. He's getting a 2nd Evo, so I guess his gas is gonna be going towards that, but he's still got a lot of gas kind of in the bank, I guess you could say right now, so maybe he's gonna be going for quick Hydras. Oh, whoa. Whoa, infestation.
What? Oh. Maybe Hive for Vipers? I mean, this doesn't seem like a Swarm Host situation.
Well, I was starting to think Infestors, because, I mean, Vipers, yeah, Vipers are pretty good, but...
Why would you Infestors this early? I mean, the damage isn't that great.
Well, I was kind of thinking that, you know, because he's obviously quite behind, so maybe he wants to get, like, Burrow and try to get damage done into the mineral line.
Oh, you know what?
As a kind of way to get back into the game.
You're right, it's going to be Infestors.
And we see certain upgrades as well, so he's going to be transitioning and very, you know, unlike TefL to go, you know, into those roaches and then just, you know, gonna transition out of it. But it might be a reaction just to how behind he is. He feels like he might, you know, have to make something happen.
But here's why I think this is so weird. Like, a heavy marine composition, I actually love the idea of Infestors. Not only will the fungal growth do a ton of damage, it'll allow the Banelings to roll in and connect to like a clump of marines, but it's heavily marauders and siege tanks. So I don't really maybe infested Terrans over fungals. I can't fathom what his plan is right now, because he's going for melee upgrades at the same time, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to be transitioning into like Ling Bane Infestor right now, so it's kind of interesting. I would have liked to see Burrow come down though, so you could try to do some economic damage maybe. I'm not sure how he's going to be able to fare only defensively against this.
I guess, you know, the transition is kind of interesting, because TefL is known for Roach Hydra. He showed roaches early on.
Yeah.
And this might just be one of those tech swaps that kind of catches JJajki a little bit surprised. But in that same token, I don't know, it's not like what he's swapping to is going to be an immediate counter what JJajki has. The tank's going to blow up half the Banelings before they can connect to anything. The Marauder's going to soak the rest.
He scans the Infestors right now, that's a big scan. And I was kind of about to say as well, like this 3rd base location of TefL, I mean, JJajki's got siege tanks. Okay, he doesn't go for the high ground, but I was going to say, like, JJajki could place these siege tanks on the high ground. Oh, he's gonna bunker up. Like, this is such a easy place for JJajki to siege up on.
But the bunker is also gonna make him immune to the fungals, which would be nice.
Yeah, it's quite cute actually. Oh, big bunker gonna be coming down. Oh.
But the Sim City is gonna actually keep him alive more than anything else. Siege tank's still barreling away from Fars, and the Infestors, well, that corpse goes flying. So do the roaches.
Yeah. I mean, that was a really big fungal growth, but those siege tanks just destroyed like all of the Banelings that didn't even have Baneling speed. And
this feels like a real Hail Mary pass coming out of TefL here. I mean, it's just that desperation, weird move. Fungal growth's gonna go down, but as predicted, the Banelings connecting to the Marauders don't do that much. Yes. If he had more Lings getting on top of the tanks, this might look better, but he's actually sending Banelings into the tanks, which is not so good.
Lings coming in now, but there's Marines still alive, doing a lot of DPS to these Zerglings. And
This is just such a weird decision on TEFL. I don't like this, man.
Yeah, well, I kind of feel like it didn't really matter that much what he did because he was like so behind. Like anything would have been hard to pull off. But
that's true. Yeah.
It might have worked out. You know,
he could evacuate the base. At least save the drones.
Yeah, he's gonna do that now. Go to the 4th base. I'm so surprised he took that 3rd base, by the way. Because actually, you know, it was so easy for him to siege up there. But he's gonna switch over to the other base now. Like if TEFL was given more time, he might have been able to make this work somehow. But
I think a big part of it too is the lack of speed on those banelings. I mean,
yeah. Oh, it's,
off a creep. There's no way. There's just no way the tanks don't focus these down. Actually, yeah, there we go. Focus firing down the banelings, so the Marines just stand strong behind. There's a couple infested Terrans not even getting a chance to be born. Roaches are going to do what they can to break this. He actually takes out a good chunk of the Marines, but can't finish the tanks. Again, TEFL is just kind of barely unable to do this. GG, well played is called, and Jakshi will lock down the